and it goes from good to bad, so I can have you back. What up, what up, what up? How y'all doing?
So Joe has an album coming out.
I do.
And you're on tour, right?
And I'm on tour. I've been on tour for a while now, and I'm looking forward to another tour next year. Pretty big tour. We still putting it together. Hashtag NameIsJoeThomas. Got the single out right now, So I Can Have You Back. Another single actually that's supporting that is a single with Gucci Mane called Happy Hour.
I was going to ask you about Happy Hour. That's the only feature on the album, it looks like.
That is the only feature on the album. Hello is definitely on the album. It's been a great, amazing response to it. It has been so many people like, wow, your version is so amazing. It is this, that, and the other. I haven't heard from Adele. I would love to hear from her, just to hear what she thinks and how she feel about it. And even possibly do a song with it in the future.
I'm going to take it back. So one of my favorite songs growing up was All the Things Your Man Won't Do.
That's the one.
So now that I'm older, I got questions.
Oh, boy.
So what are some of those things that you were thinking that you do that he won't do?
I'll tell you, there are too many to mention, but it's just a plethora of beautiful, wonderful things that maybe he might have forgotten. Mm-hmm. And that's no slight to you. I'm sure you do a lot of good things. And by the way, it's just a song. I mean, don't come after me. I just wrote a song. It's just music.
So you say it's just music, but is any of this really based off of your own experiences?
I write a lot of songs from personal experiences, but also, of course, I mean, there's so much going on in this world. I mean, if you open your eyes and ears and just listen and watch, you can find some great song ideas, mm-hmm. Great concepts. And so I tend to draw from all different inspirations when it comes to songwriting. And I like to be hands-on when it comes to that pen game, just put it down, put it together the way I envision it.
So the single out now.
It's a good record.
You sound kind of selfish.
I am. I must admit. I can be.
Happy, but I really hope she messed up so we can get back together.
Well, I don't know if I'm saying that she's happy. She's
just not with you.
Yeah, she's just not with me. Eventually, she will be like, you know what? What I had wasn't as bad as what this is. It wasn't the mistake that you made. So I hope you make that mistake.
That is so
and I really do. I hope you trip and fall off a damn cliff.
Are you talking?
No, I'm just. No, it's just a record that I wouldn't say necessarily happened to me, but when you write songs that relate to people, they like to tend that it came from you or something that you actually experienced. But I mean, I just write songs that I think people can relate to at the end of the day. I think somebody has been through that.
Who are your, I'd say, maybe top influences when it comes to the music game? What you want to sound like, how you want to grow, how you want your career to mature? Because you've been around since, 92, 90?
Yeah, 93, I released the first album. Yeah. Admirers, I mean, it's... Wow. I mean, Smokey Robinson, I think, has been very consistent, in his career with songwriting, being an artist, from being in a group with the Miracles and going solo. It's kind of tough right now for R&B. I mean, it really hasn't been anybody other than Charlie Wilson that has sustained the longevity and that continues to put out music and quality music. Isley Brothers, Ron Isley also reinvented himself as well. Had been out for a super, super long time. I've always looked at the big artists like Michael Jackson and Prince that just made music to a point where they just became icons super quick. I still got a lot of respect, for radio because they put me in position to where I am now. Had they not played one of my records, we wouldn't be having a conversation, obviously. But it certainly has changed. I think it has become a little bit more corporate. As far as maybe they want to play this particular record, but if it's not top 10 or if it's not at a certain format yet, at a certain position chart-wise, which is crazy because how could it ever get to a certain position if you don't play it? You just keep going, and then you keep building on those relationships that you have and connecting with people and making sure that when you go into radio that you show them respect, you treat them, this is your house, and thank you for invite me in, and whatever I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask, so forth and so on. And hopefully, everything is reciprocated, and a lot of times I feel it is. I mean, I love Kathy Hughes, who is a pioneer, has been a pioneer for a while, and has been super supportive. So it's people like that, that when you build the relationships, they last for a long time, and you don't really have to worry too much about the radio play.
And is there anybody you'd even be willing to collaborate with?
Well, the funny thing is, when you look at male R&B singers, it's like, are they really R&B anymore? No. I mean, I love Chris Brown, but I don't know what category to put him in at this point. He's a phenomenal performer, phenomenal vocalist as well. I mean, I think he does some great things vocally. But when you look at the hip hop of his style, it's just, I'm not sure if that's considered to be R&B. I think he's creating a whole nother genre, maybe. Maybe a mix between the two, obviously. But I mean, I think when you look at the Bryson Tillers, I don't really know a lot about Bryson Tiller, but his name is, I mean, he's out there. I mean, his name is, household at this point. Tory Lanez, and I know Tory's a phenomenal MC. So it's kind of hard to, even Jeremiah. I mean, Jeremiah, I think he writes more on the hip hop side of R&B as opposed to that classic side. And I think that's where I come in. It's like, I would like to see, a young artist coming into the game, and that's like, you know what, man, I'm going to go in, I'm going to sing my ass off. I'm going to write my ass off. They're going to do the things that's necessary to hold up the banner of what R&B has always represented. Classic quality, respect for women, all of these things that I think that I grew up on. Even with Jodeci, that had the bad boy image, it was still R&B. When you hear those songs, "Forever My Lady," wow, are you serious? They dressing like hip hop, but they singing gentleman songs. Just don't give up on the game. Don't stop working. Just keep moving. One other thing is just to take care of your health, take care of the body. I mean, make sure that voice is still what it was back then. So when you do get the opportunity to either perform live or make that phenomenal album, you still got the tools that are necessary to get it done. So just keep moving forward, man. Just keep moving forward.
Do you have any crazy tales of fans showing their appreciation to you?
I don't play the numbers now. I don't play the dozens. I mean, that game is old. I mean, that game gets old after a while. Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, of course, that was fun, and that was what we did. But now, the maturity level sets in. It's like, the hotel rooms and the after party, like R. Kelly said, is the hotel lobby. I'm really not into that. I'm not into that. I love giving a great performance, leaving that energy all out on the stage, and going to the next state, going to the next city, and doing it all over again. Sorry, ladies. Sorry about that.
Do you have a favorite Joe song?
When I perform on stage, a lot of the songs, they come off very, very well. I mean, I Want to Know, obviously, is probably my biggest impact record. It gets a huge response. The audience sings, word for word. But they're also happy to hear, like, Good Girls, I Want to Know. I mean, All the Things Your Man Would Do. Even down to the acoustic sets that I do sometimes with guitar, like All That I Am, No One Else Comes Close. And so they become favorites at moments, So I think each one has a little special thing to them. So it's kind of hard to pick one.
Why don't you sing us out with a little snippet of the single that's out now?
I hope he makes the biggest mistake, the unforgivable that makes your heart break. I hope you tell him sorry is just not enough, and it goes from good to bad, so I can have you back.
Thank you, Joe. That was amazing.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for stopping by the podcast.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.